Hello, everybody. Oh, hang on. Oh, goodness. Sorry about this. Let me get my webcam back up because it seems to be messed up. Okay, where's that webcam? There, properties. 1 second, everyone. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hope you're having a good day today. I know I am. And... that's still not up. Okay. Unplug it and plug it back in. Let's see if that does anything. And then, oh shoot, come on, I don't have time for this. I got things to do. Come on. Hey, and we're back. Hi guys, Stanley Orr here. Good, glad things are going good with you. So what I'm doing today for IZTDN actually is I'm working on some concept art for my fan film, Invader Zim the Doom movie. Yay! I don't know how far we're gonna get along with this, but I have a whole bunch of notes and stuff for my script. I've been going through with my inventory team, taking stock of ideas for the movie, things we need to fix, things we need to change, concept art we need, taking stock of all that, etc. And one of the things we noticed, that came up was in the concept art checklist here. By the way, this is all what the concept art we have inventorized so far, what we need and don't need and stuff. Right here, there's something we've created called stock exosuit Urkins. And the idea is pretty simple. So for IZTDM, what we're imagining, here, let me get my thing on here. What we're imagining is that Planet Urk, let me turn, I hope nothing's too loud. Let me make sure the volume's not blowing your guys' eardrums out. Okay, we're imagining that Planet Urk sits here in the middle of its solar system. Like, here's Urk, let's pretend this is an Urkin symbol, whatever. Then we imagine there's a giant security ring around the middle of it, where all the ships filter through to get, before getting to Urk. But then around that security ring are a series of interlocking discs. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And basically the idea is that there's like planets captured in these discs and embedded in, and even Urk's sun is right here, captured and embedded in the disc. The idea is that it's basically a solar system-sized city that the Urkin Empire has just spread out and basically turned their entire solar system into a city, with, of course, Urk itself being at the appropriate center. Obviously, it's the center because it's the most important thing, and all is inferior to Urk. Well, what we thought was it'd be kind of neat if we saw, like, when you're getting a few shots of the opening there with Urk and this solar system-sized city of it, we got some worker drones just, like, floating around in the void, maybe repairing things, doing maintenance, just traveling around in exosuits. For the parts of the city that are in vacuums and that aren't, you know, in bubbled domes or whatever. So here I've done that. I went ahead and took the liberty of sketching an idea up for that. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you guys. Okay, let me see. Oh, there, right there. Haha. So this is just a rough idea. Of an exosuit Urkin, like maybe an Urkin in a spacesuit, basically. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Stanley, that doesn't make any sense, because if you refer back to Battle of the Planets, or perhaps, Battle of the Planets or Planet Jackers, let me go there, Battle of the Planets, Invader Zim, you will see that Zim himself already has a spacesuit. Urkins have spacesuits. Like, here's actually a really good view of it. On this image here, let's see if we can open the image in a new tab. There we go. And bring that over. So yeah, you see here, Urkins already have spacesuits. We've seen Zim use it in a few episodes, and it's like the helmet turns invisible once it's activated, that sort of thing. That's fun and all, and I will be using this, by the way. Here, let me save this. I will be using this as reference. But I just like how goofy the other one looks, if you want the honest truth. I like to think that Zim's is more of an invader class thing or whatever, just because it's so dumb. It would be so dumb if, like, all the other Urkins were stuck with these big, bulky, unwieldy suit sort of things. So I'm going to try going for something like that. I think it might be pretty fun, but we'll see. Plus, it'd be neat to create different classes for different jobs. So The end goal today is I want to create some artwork for different classes of Urkins within the 45 minutes that I have left. I know that's asking a lot. Pre-production, let's go to concept art, characters, roughs. Okay, we're gonna call this, come on, character exosuit Urkins rough idea 2. There, now I have it as a reference image. So that's basically what I'm doing right now, and we're gonna hopefully have some fun with it, and if not, then at least I'm streaming again, which, you know, I've been so busy working on IZTDM stuff that I haven't actually streamed these past few days, so these past few weeks, so I'm sorry about that. But regardless, I'm here now, I'm doing some streaming things, so let's use these as reference images here, and then we'll get started. So let's start with a few sketches here. So if we have, let's see here, if we have an Urkin, I see we have like the shoulder pads and all that. That looks great and all. Let's start out with a drawing view here. We got, well, let's start out with the canonical design first of all, for what it actually looks like. So let's draw a standard Urkin here, give him the square head. We got the jawline coming out like that. Maybe something like this, and boom. We can stretch that a little bit. Angle it differently. There's the rough shape of an Urkin's head. And then we got the eyes, of course. The antenna, something like that. So now let's really focus on the actual detail work for the suit, which is actually the main thing here. So we have like it's got like a collar thing popping off the top here. Kind of goes inward and out. Got a little circle on the side. The shoulder pads, of course, were a prominent part of the feature of the design on it. Stuff like this. And the front has like a armor plating on the front, or I don't know what this even is, but it's on the front design of it here. We get like that, and another circle there. And then, is that striped and stuff along the sides down below? Or, nah, the stripes only really start at the legs. So, we get sort of like a straight back shape. And then the middle armor piece is right there. It sort of starts with the legs off. And then the legs kind of do something like this. Let's see here, we got these guys going and this right here. Let's see, so we start here, it fans out. With little nubbies on the side also. Gotta have nubbies. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking if you don't include nubbies. What are you, some kind of crazy? Gotta have nubbies. So, gotta have this here. And that. Okay. Oh, and then as for the rest of the suit, actually it's literally very straightforward. It's just that and then gloves. This is a very rough design, but it'll work. Goes over the pack, of course. And has this sort of laser weapon right on the side here. Something like that. Okay, so that's the normal Urkin's exosuit design. But it's just too sleek and cool looking. Why not go for something a bit more bulky and unwieldy? Or maybe a blend of the two even. Let's try doing that right here. Let me actually try hard now that I've gotten the rough basics out of the way. Let's actually give this a shot. So, let's see here. We zoom in, fresh start. Let's see, we got Birkin shape head right here. Yeah, thanks, very cool, thank you. So let's see, we gotta have the arch at the back and then angle it downward. By the way, looking forward to hopping in with the concept art department. Looking forward to our meeting on Saturday. And if anyone wants to join in on concept art actually creating it, you just send me an email and we'll check out my most recent video actually where I explain what I'm going to be needing from you guys. So it's important to remember I'm not drawing Zim here also. I'm just drawing some random Irken extra. Basically, I'm just trying to get the idea across of what they might look, what Irkens might look like in this bulky, unwieldy exosuit sort of thing that I have going for it. So let's just cut this off right here. Boom, boom. And let's start decorating this. So what might be pretty cool is if I do like the idea of giving them some sort of bodysuit that's real pudgy and chubby. So like maybe we give them a glass viewport or a lens viewport or something like that. Something where it's like they're just barely peeking out. What would it do? Would be like covering up this area like this. It would go around. Maybe something like this. And then I guess the bubble glass part would actually come out. Kind of like the Among Us crew member sort of design, I guess, in a way, at least for the front bubbly part of it. Looks very cartoonish and goofy, which is obviously what you want. Okay, and then cut this around it. There we go. That's looking good. You know what? I might even be relying on the wrong animation program here. Let me save this and close it. I think Krita would probably be even better. Let me use Crit. Oh, sorry. Let me use Krita. Let's just do this because it's easier to just drop in there and do things in a tiny close-up way. Easier to sketch out. We can do final stuff after I've already done sketch work. So here we go. Let's get rid of this grid and just strictly stick with drawing characters. Alright. Cool. A little too close. There we go. So let's see here. We got an Irken. How much time? 4:22. I'm already running out of time. I'm wasting too much time just being indecisive. So let's get basic construction going. There we go. Okay, profit, transparency, bring it back up. Let's see what we can squeeze out of this. So we wanted, I remember I wanted something like a rough, let me just rough this in real quick. Like goggles on the front, basically, big old bulky things to sell the whole spaceship look, or spacesuit look, rather. And then, let's see here, if I have, let me bring that image back up. Do I have it here? No, but I can easily find it. Battle of the Planets, Invader Zim. Images. I'll use Zim's design to sort of inform how I do my design, I think. There we go. just pin this right here so I can easily see what I'm working with. Okay. So, go with the shoulder pads and the front thing and all that. I wonder if we could emulate this sort of style. So like we would have like pieces and components that are like not 100% symmetrical. Like an asymmetrical sort of device thingy on the side here. Maybe this is a big old... Oh, a headlamp. Maybe they could have a headlamp, right? Because if this is like a worker drone, like an Irken, you know, worker drone working on the outside of things, then, you know, maybe give them like some sort of headlamp looking thingy, like that, and have it wireframe so that we see the wraparound of it. That might look really cool, actually. We'll do that. It like sticks out a bit. And give it a frame and a decidedly high-tech looking Irken frame. With some indicator lights on it to indicate things, I don't know what. There we go. And now we can have it so that this thing is buckled into the rest of the head. Yeah, headlamp sounds good, right? Because what if these guys are pretending they're out in space, walking around this giant solar system-sized city in the vacuum parts of it, and obviously they would need to see what they're doing if they're doing worker stuff, you know, worker-related stuff, like worker bees on a hive or something. So let's just give them headgear. Make it nice and big and bulky. Give it a basic outline of it first. So this could all be the helmet. Big old bulky, obtuse, very difficult to work with sort of helmet thing. And like room in the middle for the glass on the thing. Okay, so if it's here, buckles into this part, then we should have it run along, sort of forming a seam that goes into this thing, which I am just making stuff up as I go along, quite frankly. So there's this and another notch there for some reason. Maybe a ridge there, like a dividing line to show that's coming in pieces. Not coming apart, but like it's, you know, in multiple pieces. It's segmented. There's the word, segmented. Irkens love having segmented things. Would they have like a container or pack attachment to hold all their tools if they are workers? Good idea. Maybe, you know what, let's work on that part next. What if, first of all, let's give them a big squishy body. Let's sell the whole, this is very inefficient sort of thing, by giving him a squishy, fat exosuit thing for that. If we imagine the tools and stuff, what if their packs have like all sorts of tools and gadgets coming out to hold things in various like pack arms sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like what if their packs actually have a lot of specialized cables, because this is their job, right? So the Irkens would obviously give them the proper equipment. What if that was all like coming out of their packs? We've got various little claws and tools and implements and such. And all that jazz. Like wires maybe, or stuff like that. Or you know what, actually, well, that might look cool. I might like that. Well, another option I was going to say is maybe having a big fat oxygen tank thing running from their pack to the back of their helmet. But I don't know. I don't know that I like that as much. Excuse me. I seriously like the idea of all these tools and gadgets just extending out of their pack like a bunch of different little mechanical limbs coming out and, you know, doing what they need to do there. But they should have a tool belt of some description, I would think, for storing things that don't go into their pack. So let's give them that. Let's give these guys big old tool belt. Boom. Just like this. And we'll give them some pouches and such. There's a pouch there, there's another pouch right here, maybe two on this side just to break it up, make it not monotonous. Just some tool pouches. And of course it's Irken, so the pouches are high-tech and mechanical instead of just cloth, despite cloth probably being more efficient, because the Irkens are not known for their efficiency. Actually, you know what? And I have an idea here. What if we, for the top half here, where the headlamp is, what if the headlamp itself requires power? So a big old fat cable rolls from the back down. Nah. We'll leave it as is. We'll leave it as it was. It looked better that way. It looked better as it was. Ignore me. I come up with nonsense sometimes and disagree with what I say immediately after I say it, so it's all good. But we do need... Let's imitate the design on Zim's thing here a little bit, at least, just to show some continuity. So we can give him, this guy, a sort of frontal design here with the strap right here, like so, and the stuff rolling across it like a single strap. I don't know what this is for, but it's there. There we go. We'll give him, could even give him a collar, quite frankly, rolling across it, and sort of pooping up over everything else. Kind of like a double collar almost, but that might look kind of neat. Nice, I like how this is coming together. Okay, so there are tools all coming here and stuff. We should have some Irken looking devices, like a shock thing. A miniature version of what all the guards are carrying, to some sci-fi looking equipment. And then for their equipment, yeah, let's do it. So their packs should have have been slid open, obviously, to showcase all these various tools that are coming out. So let's draw these mechanical limbs here. Like Zim's spider legs, only more for storage of various tool limbs, obviously, operational sort of things. There we go. I like your idea with the tools. I really do. I know you meant for like the tool belts, but I still love what it led to. This is great. Thank you for suggesting that. I wouldn't have thought of this otherwise. Make sure this stays nice and thin the whole way there. There we go. And now we can give it little grabby fingers. It's important to have little grabby fingers. Always got to have little grabby fingers. Cool, let's do another. Kind of thinking of that ship that was repairing the massive, or yeah, wiping up the damage at the end of Backseat Drivers. You know, that giant, oversized repair thing. You're doodling designs alongside us. That's awesome. You know, that giant oversized repair thing that only showed up for like one shot. That was hilarious. So there's one spider limb. Let's do another. Maybe this one is heck, it could be a blowtorch. I mean, if he is a engineer here, we could give him a blowtorch extension. Maybe the tube for it sort of curls around and vanishes, you know, into the pack. Let's do blue. Let's make this a blue sort of flame so that I can tell when I'm refining it what this is supposed to be. I give it a dark blue outline and a white center. There, so that's like a blowtorch attachment. Love that. And what else? What else? Let's just give him another, just for the sake of cluttering it up some more. We'll give him another limb. But just, I guess it can go out this way, hidden behind his head. We don't really need to know what it does. And then another one that comes out up to here, let's say, and then goes down. Let's prepare the crossover there. Give this one, let's make this one another grabby hand. The more the merrier. And yeah, let's give them, let's make sure each of these grabby hands has 3 instead of just 2. There we go. So there's that, but now we gotta do legs and arms. Oh, and the antenna. Can't forget the antenna. It'd be funny. I still think it'd be funny if the antenna did shoot out here. So let's see. Where would the antenna go? Well, they're sort of taken up by the headlamp, but if we did have antenna, could we justify them poking out a little bit? Or would it look too weird? Well, there's one way to find out. Nah, it would look too weird, unfortunately. Unless I shrunk the helmet up top again. That's the one part that I kind of don't like here. Let's see what happens if I shrink it a bit. Okay, now if we draw from the head, like this. Now let's bring the head up higher in volume. Okay, there, now I can see where the head is. So if we draw from the head, make it like this. Let's make it transparent. And then draw it on the other layer, the layer with the suit, just so we get a clearer view. And how does that look? Honestly, I think that looks alright. I think that looks fine, having the little antenna stick out of there like that. Looks perfectly acceptable. And it's kind of a neat sort of design for it, so I think I'll stick with that. Now for the arms, though. So we have a few different things we could do here. We could make big, bulky shoulder pads, which would be kind of funny. And come out with the thing about the helmet. They could. I'll stick with this, though, for now, just to speed things along. But you're right, they could totally come out like that. I could give him big, bulky shoulder pads with tiny little arms. I could give him big, bulky shoulder pads with bulky exosuit arms. I could do the normal skinny Irkin shoulder pad thing, like what Zim's got going on here. Decisions. What do you guys think looks better, okay? Do you like with the big, thick shoulder pads and the skinny little arms, or do you like the skinny shoulder pads with the skinny little arms? Because I definitely want the arms to be like little twigs, honestly. I think that looks better regardless, with their arms and legs are just like still little twigs sticking out of this big body that's super fat. This fat suit, you know? But as far as shoulder pads go, I'm torn in half and I don't know which way to take it. kind of funny to do one or the other. In the meantime, though, I can work on the legs. So, let's see. If this is the Urkin body underneath, let's bring it back up. So let's just pretend this is an Urkin body. There's the pack. Really, he's stuffed in there, but that's okay. So the legs would kind of... I'm going to cheat and make the legs a little longer than they would be and position them more like this. I know technically that's not how it would look, but actually it'd be funny if the legs were just tiny little stubby things that just sort of dangled out there like that. Okay, I think I've done the legs justice. This is great. I could make the legs... I think I'm going to. I'm definitely going to make the legs these tiny little feety things that are just uselessly dangling out of the suit. That's hilarious. Skinny shoulder pads, and you're gonna vote for skinny shoulder pads. Alright, let's see this. So, here we go. Let's draw this, add on top. So let's do, if we're gonna do skinny shoulder pads, honestly I might as well... Yeah. You like the shoulder pads on Zim, doodling too, and kind of made the gloves and arms inverted, like black arms and pink gloves instead of pink. Okay, yeah. So, honestly, yeah, I think I agree. I'll just stick with the canon design for this one on as far as that goes. There's the shoulder pads, and then the arms, of course, sticking out like that. We have decisions to make about the hands, though. So, like the hands, we can make the normal Urkin gloves. Or we could give them big, massive, oversized exosuit gloves. Which look absolutely preposterous, but that's kind of what I did in my original sketch there, I guess. Hang on, let me find it. I have it saved on Google Drive also under concept art. All I played, characters, routes. Here, where is it? I don't know that I uploaded it actually. Oh well. But you know what I mean, right? Like, Exosuit, yeah, here we go. Exosuit Urkin's rough idea. Like, I gave them these big old thick... Let me zoom in some more. These big old thick gloves on that right there. So there's definitely a choice to be made in this rough sketch that I did versus the more refined one I'm working on now. But I think I am sticking with the legs being what they are, so yeah. Let's do this. I like these legs being tiny little thingies that it just dangles so uselessly. This is not the most efficient design, but that's perfectly acceptable when it comes to Urkins. Okay, cool. So there's that. I guess it's about what plays best off of everything else. Let's see here. Let's try it with the normal Urkin gloves. Let's see how it looks. Actually, that arm is a little too long. Now that I think about it. Let's just do like this. There we go. Like, I could even do the normal thing for Invader Zim characters. I think I will. Where his arm will be at his side. Sort of uncomfortably dangling there, and that weird pose that they're always in, where they're like their hands are sticking out straight back like this. I never understood that, but it always looks incredibly uncomfortable. Nah, I'll have his arm actually out, just so that it can identify as being away from the body. More easily identified. You know, I'll do it this way. Plus, all Urkins, like, for the most part, they do this. They have their skinny little gloves. They don't have massive gargantuan gloves. So, it makes sense. It adds up. Let's crank these bad boys up to max level. Now, as for the facial stuff, let's just erase everything that's not inside the helmet. And also get rid of these grid lines because they're no longer useful. Oh, that's looking good, actually. That's looking really nice. That's looking spicy. Oh, I like that. I actually like that. It's really overcomplicated, so that checks off the box for Invader Zim art design. And it looks really goofy. And if you think about it, you realize that it's not very efficient at all, which checks off the box for Urkin character design as well. So yeah, that's nice. I think it's all good. Also, this, let's erase this, because this was actually, I think, part of the head. Now there we go. There we go. Now let's add some details here. What if we did like this stripy thing going like that? Now I'll leave that alone. Okay, cool. So do we have any other things going for us here? I think that's basically it. So let me just tweak up this arm thing right here. Get rid of these, I'll fix that later. There we go. Okay, so we have that. I'll give him some stripes on his sleeve, just to finish it all off, make it look more Invader Zim-ish. And then let's get rid of the background, and now we need to fill in everything on the inside, just so that the reference works as a reference. And now let's use the outside of it to eliminate everything that does not belong. Boom. And we'll just be a little more detailed right here. Oh yeah, I forgot, we need to also reattach this cable that we got rid of. Make room for the arm. Here. Now let's just say it troops right here. Cool. There is the exosuit Urkin design, the basic layout anyways. There we go. Cool. Okay. So now I just need to export this and bring it into Toon Boom for a final view. We'll just do a final render of that. So let's scale it up. Scale you up like so. Too blurry. Let's scale it up with a different one. Not blue spine. I think it's length cost 3. It's like a good medium. There. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna file, export. We're gonna call it. Hang on. Let's get rid of you. Pre-production, concept art, characters, roughs. We're gonna call this character, exosuit, Perkins, rough, idea, 3. Okay, cool. Now I can bring this into Toon Boom. And how much time we got? We got 10 minutes. Maybe I can at least do the black and white within 10 minutes, but I'm gonna try and do it all. Let's go. Speed time, speed time. Let's go fast. At least one. Gotta get at least one in. Come on. Alright, so let's see here. Load. Thank you. So let's eliminate all these. And file, import. We'll bring in that image that we just made. Exosuit, Irkin, rough ID. Where is it? Eh? I just exported. Oh, did it save as a stupid CRITA file? I bet you it did. Oh gosh, darn it. Come on. I don't have time for this. I do not have time for CRITA to be playing around with me right now. I got to get this done. Did I save it under environments? No. No, I didn't. Okay. So, concept art, characters, roughs. Yep, I saved it as a CRITA file. Gosh darn it. Okay, didn't mean to do that. File, export, .png. There we go. That's what I meant. Okay. So, here's our guy. Here's our boy. Let's bring him in. Okay, so new layer, let's go this line art. Okay. Okay. Drop it down to 10? Yep, okay. Too jagged there. Let's try making it a little smoother. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. Let's do some cutting while we're at it. And there's that. To indicator lights for no reason, just to be there. There we go. Now let me position this circle thing in a place where it gives it more depth. There. And actually that could be doing better. Let's reposition that again. That's a good one. That's a good one. So I'll do like that. Cool, and now I can bring in this outer collar thing. Well, first I'll do the bottom of the helmet. Better do that one first. There, oh, there we go. And this part I can easily eliminate by just doing this. Boom, there. Now it's a perfect curve around there. Give it another light or a hole there or whatever the heck that is. Perfect. Let's give him a bit of a flat, sort of fattish collar that stretches around. And comes to a rest right here. Actually, you know what? I'll just give it an extrude like this. And then it can sort of swamp up into there. Nice. Okay, that's looking good. Looking much better. Now's the part where I imitate Zim's exosuit. Not much time left. Okay, let's be fast. Let's be fast. Give it some notches just to give some detail work. Because detailing always looks good. There we go. That looks nice. And then I'll do the same here. In that one last spot that we can see it. Cool. And then give it make the stomach sort of bag out at an angle there. That's how it looks. Okay. Excellent. And then 3 minutes left. Okay, let's be fast. Faster than what you've been doing, Stanley. Boom, boom, boom. There. Done. Next. We gotta have a folding pouch. Cool. Let's make it stretch across like this. There's that. I can't help but give it notches. It's gonna be the death of me, but I can't help it. Because it looks better and it gives it more depth. Okay, these aren't reaching all the way through. I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. There we go, and you. Okay, there. Okay, I'm not going to make it in the time I wanted to, but I'm still going to do it before the live stream's over. I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you everyone in advance for watching. I'm just going to send this out. I know it was a shorter live stream, not a lot of you joining, blah, 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 but, you know, that's okay. It wasn't supposed to be much of a big deal anyways. And here I go, there's this. There we go. Next is the other shoulder pad. I'll get a part of his arm visible there. And part of the glove also. Cool, like that. And now for the inner thing, we'll just give him some normal Irken eyes. Get rid of that mess up there. There we go. Cool. And that, whatever that is, goes in there, that way. Let's make his antenna thicker, there, like that. Thinner, I meant. And rather than wasting my time, I will just do the same thing, only make it slightly bigger. Shortcuts, they're always great. Times it, 502. Okay, well it's not too far past. Still gonna keep going, obviously. Yay, thank you. Stan. His name is Exosuit. I'm glad you like it. His name is Exosuit Irken 001. That's his name. No, I'm kidding. It's just an extra, so I didn't really think of naming him. I don't even know if he'll actually show up or not. This is just basically a template for other extras to be drawn off of. But hey, you know, Stan. We'll pretend his name is Stan. Stan! And actually, I like, because extras do have names in Invader Zim, just for production's sake. They're called really stupid things like Flabby, or Sneaky on Footia, or Hitsy the Pain Oracle. So, yeah, Stan, not too much of a stretch, I imagine. Just this Irken Stan, reporting for duty, to do things in a dutiful way. Cool. Well, I like how this turned out. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. Just gonna finish this off here, and then I'm gonna call it after I do the line art. There we go, Mr. Extra. Oh, and let's get the arm details. There we go. And for that matter, the leg details. Again, I'm going to pull the sneaky copy paste thing because I am not going to waste my time. There. Okay. Yay! That's true. They do, don't they? Like, I think one of my favorite ones... I like coming up with stupid names for the extras. In IZTDM, one of the aliens I gave a name to... one of the Irken extras I named Horrible Meat. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's great to give them extras names because it makes sense. You gotta keep track of the extras, even if they don't really have official names. You gotta give them names that you can use to reference them in production. So, no, that totally makes sense. That adds up. And, stuff. Okay, so for the pack being open, I think I'll just open it less, or angle it more. That way we can still see that it is in fact an Irken pack. There. That's a good place for the spot. It's not conflicting per se with anything, but it is on the edge. And now I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is give it a little depth. Boom. There. Instantly looks like it has a little extra depth to it, which always looks nice in my opinion. And actually, while I'm here, let's just do this to the suit here. Let's give it that Irken stitched sort of paneling look they have for a lot of their materials. Nice. Okay, and then all of these, let's see, all of these coming out the back. So I'll draw them back to front, actually, just to make it easier on myself. So here, first this comes out this way. Like so. Then like this, and then like... Let's see. This one, we have angled down, so I'll draw like this. Stan. It's funny. It's funny that he's named Stan. He's a funny lad. People named Stanley, they're such weirdos. If you ever see a guy named Stanley, run. He's up to no good. Alright, and so here's this. No. There. Yes. And, yeah, we'll give you a grabby arm, because everyone needs a grabby arm. Everybody needs a grabby arm. Okay, something went wrong there in the remapping, so let me just do like this, then repair it. There we go. Cool. And now, let's see here, that's still a little too skinny. Let's make it 7. 7 good? 7's great. Okay, we'll make it a depth of 7. There. And we'll make it slightly wider to give it the foreshortening effect, like the arm is reaching out more. But that's pretty much it. This is pretty much how it's gonna be. There we go. And now for this part. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'll just do it like this, actually. Shoot a little bit, but that's okay. As long as it gets the point across. Bring that in more. I'll redo this. I'll redo that part. That part didn't look as good. Okay, so... In fact, why don't I start out with the base of all these, and then I'll add the tips. There. That. Okay, so that out of the way. That's the shape we need. That's the one. Cool. Grabby arm number 1 done. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're working from the back forward. Let's do the next one in line, which is this one that sort of just goes off and does its own thing off screen, I guess, off camera, whatever you want to call it. And nix that, nix that. There's this, get rid of that. Okay, and now you can just vanish off in that direction because nobody cares. And it saves me from having to draw anymore. Unless I can't help myself and just have to draw it coming off from the side here like this, which I'm going to do that. I hate myself. Oh well. What should the ends of this be? I'm thinking... make it another blowtorch. A little blowtorch attachment, that looks cool. Go, and now we can have the wire for it doing like that. Since it's in 0G. Actually, yeah, it's in 0 gravity, so we can make it do all kinds of weird sort of loop-de-loop things. Let's make it tight up front, though. And I can have this swoop down like that. And then like this, it'll come around, up, and down. And then we can nix the stuff that doesn't actually belong. Can the blowtorch be purple color? Yeah, sure, I don't see why not. I mean, you do see that a lot in Invader Zim. The Urkins have a lot of purple sort of stuff. Although blue flame is the stereotypical hot flame for a blowtorch color sort of thing. But, you know, I think it works. I think purple would work just as well for some alien technology, especially since it's Urkin. But anyways, there's that blowtorch, and then we'll do another one right here. Going forward like so. Actually, I'll make it stick out like this. I'll just deviate a little bit from my initial plan. There. And then... oh, well, the more intertangling we can do, the better. Really make it look like a mass of spidery limbs. Hey, you made it to another stream, lol. Yeah, it's winding down, but you did technically make it. I mean, I'm going to end here in a few minutes, but I just wanted to wrap up designing this extra for IZTDM. So, yeah. I'm just working on some ideas for, like, Urkins. Let me go to the drawing view so it's more clear. Urkins floating around in exosuits. Working in space and stuff on various equipment that's just orbiting and all that jazz. Thought it might be kind of fun. And then also funny, giving them some big, bulky, ridiculous gear that is incredibly inefficient and doesn't actually add up. So, yeah. That's what I'm doing. There's the circle wrap. Let's make this angle towards the camera a little bit. Cool, cool. Yeah, thank you. All right. And I'll work on shading later on. I might post this to the social media sites and stuff after I'm done shading it later. But for now, this is... I think line art is as far as I'm going to get. But that's okay. Shading and coloring can come later. Actually, I'll make this one face more towards the camera. Since the other one was facing sort of to the side, it would make sense to have one facing more towards the camera for the in order to have a better frame of reference. So yeah, let's do it like this. There. Changing up what I did in my rough draft, but that's okay. That's all right. It was just rough for a reason. You don't have to obey it wholeheartedly. Okay, and then this is the joint with the laser. Well, not laser, but blowtorch. So how do we want to do this? Normally it'd be getting skinnier, but I think it's foreshortened, so we'll make it stay the same width all the way down. And then the detail line would really give away what angle it's facing at. And actually, down below, let's cut it off at the pass here. There. Let's make it more rounded at the tip so that it's more obvious it's facing kind of straight on, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You dig. You dig what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm putting down. There. Cool. Now for the actual rope of it. The little funnel that leads into the pack. Supplying power or whatever. I don't actually know. Let's try that again. Okay, one more time. With everything in view. There we go. I can just edit it as I need. I still don't like that. Good, that's the one. Okay, so now I need to make it go in and out and front and back and all that jazz. So let's do that. Beautiful, and now it's actually tangling around it and doing its thing. Last thing I'm going to add is one more arm coming out. One more grabby arm. Let's see. How do we add this? We have one here, one here. I guess the other grabby arm down here would make sense. So I could do it like that. I should have it coming out this way. Like so. And then it'll veer off at a very sharp angle right when it goes through the outset. There we go. And basically it's going to trace a path like this. Straight across all this madness. Actually, you know what? No, that's too literal. It's too head-on. I think it'd be better if it was traced out a path, basically parallel to where it was jutting out. I think that would look better, so that's what I'm going to do. And I will have some cables run like that, just to give it some depth. I know technically this mess of wires and stuff would be a tangle at all times and completely not work, but we'll just pretend Irken wires have some magical ability to not get tangled and leave it at that. Because, yeah, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for the sake of the concept art. And in this case, it's creating that. So then, next we'll have a grabby arm coming out like, I think, let's say, right, let's see, if it's coming out this way, circle here, we could come out right about that angle. Okay, so something right there and there. There, that's it. Okay, that's the one. So let's get rid of everything that's supposed to be behind. And we can almost call this piece done as far as line art goes, which is what I was hoping to do. And that would be a successful live stream. Okay. Now like what I did here, but this time they're all going to be pulled together. Nice. Okay, that grabby hand is closed in on something. All right, and with that, let me check. Yeah, I believe the line art is actually finished. So the only other thing I'm going to do is just quickly temporarily draw in the circles for the eyes. I know I will replace them later for lighting purposes, because technically they're supposed to be solid colors. Totally get that. Ah, oh, that was good. Okay. But for now, I'll just have them as line art as well, just so that it's easier for me to remember where I was when I pick up next time I sit down to touch up this piece. Cool. Well, that is an exosuit Irken, and I am loving how it's coming along. I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I almost forgot. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, the grid for his light here. Okay. Wow, I can't believe oh my gosh. There's just this big blank spot up here. I'm like, why does that look weird? Oh, it's because I didn't add the detail that I was going to add. Yeah, that would do it. Anyways. There we go. Okay, I like that. And it is kind of missing some Irken insignia somewhere, but not a lot you can do about that, actually. Actually, let's swap this out for a little Irken logo, because why not? Nah, forget it. We'll leave it as it was. It's fine. It looks good enough. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Let's not overdo it. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching. I had a fun time doing this. Sorry it was a shorter live stream, but I thought it'd be better to squeeze in a quick live stream than not do one at all. So you know how it is. Anyways, I'll catch you hopefully next week. And if not, then just know it's because I'm working on production for my fan film, Invader Zim, the Doom movie. And I know you all, a lot of you, if not most of you or all of you, signed up for subscribed to my channel because you want to see progress on that. So yeah. Here I go. It's being worked on. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later, and I hope you all have a great day. And while I look for the outro, there it is. Okay, bye.